So instead of beef, we're browning mushrooms. You need a lot of mushrooms. So you need 3/4 of a pound to a pound of mushrooms, finely chopped. So we're going to combine the mushrooms, now that they've browned on their own with no salt being added, in olive oil. We're going to combine them with some finely chopped eggplant. I salted it and drained it, and then I used the kitchen towel to help me get it into the pan without the eggplant going everywhere and all over the kitchen. So to give it some texture, we're going to play a bit of a trick. We're going to finely chop some toasted walnut. So the little bits of walnut running through the vegetable sauce will taste like those little bits of meat. This is a super healthy, delicious alternative. Now that we've got our eggplant in there, I'm gonna go ahead and salt this, but I wanna finish my point about mushrooms. I always use fresh mushrooms in combination with dried, because the dried mushrooms have to be reconstituted. So even if I just put these in water, I'm putting them in vegetable stock, but even if I just put them in water, all of the water will then taste like, in this case, porcini mushrooms. I've got the eggplant cooking up with the fresh mushrooms and the walnuts. That's our beef, right? Then we're going to add your usual suspects for classic Bolognese: celery, onion, and carrot for sweetness. All fine chopped. And then I like sage and thyme because they both go so beautifully with mushrooms. So I'm gonna add a little of that. I put garlic in everything, so garlic. I've got 4 fat cloves here. And now I can go ahead and add my salt and pepper. So in a traditional Bolognese or meat sauce, I would add tomato paste or sun-dried tomato paste, whichever you have in the pantry, to the pan. And then I'd add white wine. So with our meat-free version, we're doing the same thing. So we've cooked down all of our vegetables now. We've got our fresh mushrooms in there with our eggplant, our carrot, celery, onion. Now we're adding our chopped porcini. We're gonna add the stock in a minute, but the next thing you would do in Bolognese sauce is to allow wine to absorb into the beef. And then you would add the stock, chicken stock if you were making Bolognese. In this case, we're gonna add our mushroom stock. Then we're going to do just the same as we would for Bolognese. Add a full cup of whole milk or half and half. If you wanted to make this vegan, you could substitute soy milk. The milk cooks into the vegetables in this case, just like it would cook into the meat, and gives the sauce a very rich, luxurious flavor to it. I'm gonna drop some egg pasta, some tagliatelle or pappardelle is very traditional with Bolognese sauce, so we're gonna serve that with our meat-free sauce. I'm gonna grab some tongs, watch the pasta. I've got a sauce cooking in the back. When we come back, we'll bring it all together. Always, always, always reserve your starchy, salty cooking water before you drain your pasta. And always, always, always undercook your pasta by at least 1 minute from the package directions for al dente. So give it a good drain. Put it right back into the hot pot. Add some cheese and butter or good olive oil to dress the pasta itself, in this case, egg tagliatelle. And you want that to emulsify. So we're going to take that salty, starchy water and add that. And we're going to start adding in our meatless Bolognese. And then we just mix this all together. Stir, 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 to coat all of the pasta with all of the sauce and all of the cheese. Put your pasta into the bowl. And then you top it with the extra meatless meat sauce.